Last time, you ended in the company of Spring and the caravan that he was guarding, and you came upon Surgeon Town, a bright spot in the southern plains of Mavarot. Irregular rings of progressively wealthier dwellings surround the surgeon's practice, beginning with the hovels and tents in the furthest reaches, and culminating in opulent mini palaces occupied by slyly smiling merchants and sycophants. All revel in the light, shining it almost wastefully into the darkness. Surgeontown is the brightest spot in 100 miles and attracts pilgrims and opportunists in equal portions. Near the edges of the town, furtive men and women man their tents, calling out to passers-by, looking to close a sale or perhaps a scam, or both. Along the major route of ingress, barkers cry unceasingly, praising the surgeon and inviting patronage. They stand up on plinths and platforms, waving their arms. Come on, step right up. See it here, see it first, see it now. It's live reincarnation. It's organic automation. You won't believe it till you receive it. Step right up. Got broken bones, broken thoughts, broken homes. The surgeon knows your question. The surgeon is the answer. Step right up. It rings in your ears as you go down the street. All around you, there's trade of all kinds going on, though mostly in what any other world might call mundane items. Here on Mavarot, even the mundane is precious. Elsewhere, unofficial gambling games bet for black bile, an alchemical byproduct of the surgeon's potion making. Discarded by the surgeon, it is gathered and distributed by the assistants and serves as a general form of currency in Surgeontown. Spring points these things out to you as you traverse along the way. Many are addicted to the substance, a hard charcoal-like residue which, when crushed or inhaled and smoked, induces vivid visions in its users. Those who are not addicted nevertheless see its value as a medium of trade. Outside the city, it has little or no value at all and is rumored to be dangerous. Here and there, you see traders exchanging black bile, or BBs, for various goods. A small stash could get you in on one of the many games going on nearby. You have a look at the rocks that you gathered, and glancing over at some of the exchange tables, they don't look quite the same. As you get sort of midway into the tents, Spring turns to you and says, "Hey, trader caravan will go on into the guild. You're free to wander if you like. I would recommend exchanging some goods for black bile if you intend to trade. Most currency exchange is taken with the drug."
Huh.
So you find
Thank you.
yourselves in Surgeontown. The caravan continues on up towards the guild house, and you have some members in need of curing.
Oh, frick. We should have asked Spring for potions, right?
As you recall, though, they were headed here to trade for potions as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, antitoxin.
Yeah, we
that's what we're
need
looking for.
antitoxin for our poisoned or
Our
members.
bubbles.
Yeah.
Our boo-boos.
Spruce
Okay,
and Mooney have a persistent burning in their wounds and a general feeling of malaise.
Oops.
Don't like. Okay, what do we got to trade?
I have dynamite.
Okay. Looking around, you see, as I said, there are exchange tables where people are trading goods for black bile. It is the medium of exchange here. You can barter with items. but it's much easier to simply get yourself a store of black bile and trade in that. So let me drag you over to a little store where you can have a look
Question
at.
is, how are we going to get any?
So here you have a shop, and you may look. Remember that you can select an item and press Z to pop up a larger version of it. One
Ooh, that's
black
fun.
bile equals, for the purposes of values on these cards, 1 copper point, which means that 1 silver is 10 black bile and 1 gold is 100 black bile, or BBs.
Mm-hmm.
And indeed, looking at the exchange tables, you see that the substance is distributed in small, evenly measured round pellets. So, if you would like to get a store of it, you can either trade. Here and there, you hear people advertising for various jobs. Though, listening to the pitch, they sound rather plebeian.
Mm-hmm.
But a job is a job if you need one. And ever in your ears rings the cry of the barkers. Need light, need might, need to get right. Lack speed, lack wits, lack motivation. It's corporal exaltation. Step right up. You can see it here. Will all become clear. It doesn't cost anything but everything. You'll be a new thing. You'll be a new thing. You'll be a new thing. You can't put a price on life itself. Step right up.
Shut up.
God. No. Easy, Mooney. Let's keep moving.
You get a few looks, but you move along.
Just to clarify again, 1 copper is 1 black bile, or I'm sorry, yeah, and then 1 silver is 10 black bile, and 1 gold is 100 black bile.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We
So,
need
for
a lot of
example,
black bile for the antitoxin.
a ration is worth 50. And there are gambling games going on nearby if you wanted to get rich quick.
Lux
Money's
is gonna check
lucky.
out the gambling games.
Okay.
Guys.
I am going to trade 1 ration for an antitoxin. Then I'm gonna go join Lux.
That won't work.
No? Oh.
Because a ration would be 50 black bile and an antitoxin is 500.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh, whoops. Oh, crap.
Alright.
Yeah.
Am I just gonna die? Die.
No, Mooney.
No, hang on. Hang in
I'm
there,
gonna try
hang
to
in
look for
there.
a job. I got nothing to trade but wire, and I doubt anybody wants that.
I'll go with you. Let's see what there is, huh?
Thank you kindly.
Okay. Well, Lux, you head over to a dice game. It's just played on the ground. You see people rolling a bunch of 6-sided dice on the ground. They grab the guy who rolls, grabs a pair of dice, scoots them off to the side, takes a look at the remainder, and taps the ground. The next guy grabs the 6 and throws them, and it goes around in a circle. You see in the middle, between this group, that there is a pile of black bile. It looks like there might be maybe 200 or 300 pieces there. They look up as you approach. How do you approach them?
Quizzically.
Quizzically. Okay, how close do you get?
I'm not hovering, but I'm just looking over.
One of them looks up and says, "Want in, stranger?"
Oh, I don't know the rules.
Rules are easy. You just need a stake. He points at the pot in the middle.
Oh? And what else?
You got money, that's all you need.
How would I win?
Says, well, if you want the rules explained, jump in on the next hand. They continue going around. You see them throwing dice. The next guy pulls out 2 pairs of dice, looks at the remainder, and curses, and then passes the dice to the next guy. When it's over, the very first guy pulls the pot to himself. Give me an insight check. You're not sure. You can't figure out the rules just by looking at it.
I'm gonna go trade one of my rations.
Okay. Well, trading one of your rations at the table is quick and easy. They ask you no questions. They just push over 50 BBs and take your ration. And you take your 50 BBs, and if you like, you may join a game. Will you walk back over to the same table? Or not a table.
Before that, let me see something.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend 10 of my BBs for a dice set.
Okay. You have 40 BBs left, and you now have a dice set. And they pass you 6 six-sided dice.
Can I see if they were? Can I remember if they're like almost the same as the one they were playing with?
They look similar, yes.
And I go back.
Okay. Well, he says, you ready now?
Sure.
Okay. Well, they're playing a game called Sevens. And the rules are you throw 6 six-sided dice. You remove any pair of dice that adds up to 7. When you're done, you look at your total, and you decide whether you want to roll again or keep it. The first person decides how many total number of rolls everyone else gets to make. So, for example, if the first person rolls once and keeps their first roll, everybody else must only roll once. If the first person rolls twice, then everybody else can roll up to twice. And at the end of the game, the person with the highest number wins. So, you sit down next to the other guys, and there's 3 other people here. You make a 4th. And they all throw 10 BBs into the middle.
I throw in 10.
Okay. Now, the lead man throws the first set. And I'm going to use the advanced dice roller here. He curses mightily, removes the 6 and the 1, the 6 and the 1, looks at his 2 2s, and decides to re-roll them. He looks a little more satisfied with this roll, and he passes the dice to his left, which is you.
Oh.
So, roll 66. You would, wouldn't you?
User entered your channel.
God.
That's just about a perfect roll because, as you noticed, you remove pairs of dice that add up to 7, and then you look at the total. So his final total was 9. Your total's 26. There's no reason to not keep that total. So you scoot the dice over, and you hear someone mumble, "Beginner's luck." And the guy to your left makes a roll. And let's see. He takes out the 5 and the 2. And that leaves him with 10. 4 dice. He literally can't beat you. He shakes his head and passes the dice to the last guy, who rolls his. He too is unable to beat you. And you scoop up the pot, which is your 10 plus 30. So you should now have 70 BBs.
Hey!
Oh, that
Freaking
was
looks,
very
man.
fun.
He says, well, I think you have the gist of it. You want to play another hand?
Sure. This feels lovely.
Well, so they throw in 10 again, kind of giving you the side eye.
I throw in 10.
All right. And he passes you the dice and says, you lead.
Oh, all right.
All right. You're going to take out the 6 and the 1 and the 5 and the 2.
Uh-oh.
So you have a 5 and a 4 for a total of 9. You can re-roll the 2 dice, or you can keep your 9.
I'll reroll.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Well,
each other person will get 2 rolls to try to get the highest number. You pass to your left.
Wait, so does she now have 18?
No.
Oh.
No, she's
No.
9.
Oh.
You discard your previous and keep the new. So he takes out the 4 and the 3, and the 4 and the 3, and he only has 2 dice. He ends up with a 6, passes to his left. He takes out the 4 and the 3, and he has 14 with 4 dice. He's going to stay. He passes to his left. And finally, seeing that he has no hope of winning, he does not try to roll again, and the guy to his right scoops up the pot. You lose 10 BBs.
well, that was fun.
hi for your britches.
How about we raise the stakes a bit next game?
They kind of look around at each other, and they look at you, and they say, okay,
Yeah.
you lead then.
I put down
What?
20 BBs.
My
Annie,
God.
Okay.
Your sister has a gambling addiction.
Clearly.
They all throw in 20, and the guy says, you lead.
Oh, such a gentleman. All right.
Take out a 6 and a 1, and a 4 and a 3. You end up with a 6 and a 4 for 10. Remember that if you roll again, they get up to 2 rolls. If you don't, they have to beat you on their first roll.
I will stay.
Okay. You pass to your left. Takes out a 4 and a 3. And he ends up with 16.
No.
You should have just walked away when you won the pot.
Well, it goes around the table. I'm not going to play all their turns.
Okay.
And the guy who wins scoops up the pot. He kind of nods and he says, thank you kindly.
You're welcome.
So, you are back at your original amount of 40.
I go back to the group. That was very fun.
Mm-hmm.
It,
How'd it go?
well, I didn't lose. Maybe 10. That's about it. But,
Well, at least you broke even,
Well,
I guess.
yeah, you didn't actually lose. You still have your dice set.
yes.
Mm.
These are fun. I think I'll keep them around a little bit longer.
Okay. Well then, your gambling did not pay off in terms of money making. So Strider and Spruce head off and attempt to find a job.
This feels like the beginning of an Always Sunny episode.
Oh, God. Uh,
There's always an opening for people running deliveries to the line. I believe Spring might have pointed it out to you last time, but you hadn't seen it just yet. But now, as you get past the tents and you look into the city proper, you see the line.
This must be to see the surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
This line stretches towards the surgeon's office in the center of town, and it's probably well over a mile long, winding out through the buildings. You see people shuffling here and there. In some spaces where people are standing apart from each other, there's a little flag. You see runners approaching the line. Some of them are carrying food. Some of them are carrying clothing. Some of them are carrying buckets that slosh and smell.
Mm.
Looks like piss, smells like piss. It's piss.
Yes, portable bathrooms. It's not a bad idea, but not healthy.
Well, they're always looking for runners to service the line. Basically, people stand here waiting for their opportunity to see the surgeon, and unwilling to give up their place, they nevertheless need to eat, relieve themselves, and sometimes change clothing.
Ugh.
It's not a high-paying job, but it does pay.
How much?
Striking up a conversation with one of the hiring managers, they stand here and there actually advertising that help is wanted. They tell you it pays 150 BBs a day. Which, doing the math in your head, you realize comes out to about 3 rations a day in terms of their exchange value.
Hmm.
We need 500 to buy 1 antitoxin.
Yeah. Trying to wonder if I could throw in a bunch of rations and do less days, but I feel like we'd have to stay here a few days in this way. But it feels safer than gambling everything.
Much safer. No offense, Lux.
Oh no,
No,
yeah, no
but-
offense. Like, no
Not
offense
even
at all.
there to hear you.
No, that's fine. I like the feel of the dice in my hand.
Are we even near her?
I don't know. Where are you guys? I just
I
see
don't know.
Spruce.
Oh, we're probably not
We're
there.
the only.
Yeah, currently y'all are still separated. Strider and Spruce are off on their own.
Oh, okay. So just...
Well, I guess Mooney might be with you. Mooney, did you go with Strider and Spruce?
Like, dumb question. Could Mooney use her lucky feat in dice rolling?
Sure. Could get a lucky re-roll.
Mooney, you should go gamble.
Oh God! Don't encourage.
I'll tell you what.
Let's do it.
No.
While y'all are talking, let's see, Mooney and Lux join you because y'all are speaking with the job manager.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so y'all are sitting there talking about your options, and Bruce mentions that Mooney seems to have an unusual amount of luck from time to time and wonders if she would be good at gambling.
Honestly, that sounds better than this. I don't think I'll do well at this job.
As you are standing there, sort of a short man with a rather blunt-looking mask hobbles by with a really heavy-looking bucket that sloshes something near your feet, and you jump back. It doesn't smell nice.
Definitely won't do well in this job.
Mooney is like, "Huh, huh."
I'm probably
hear
not
me.
either. It's really gross, but I'm going to try to stay really focused on
Y'all
the
hear
goal.
me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
just making
no.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's not like someone couldn't gamble and someone take a job, but decide amongst yourselves what you will do. Mooney, will you try your hand at gambling?
Yes.
Okay, then. You and Lux head off to the tents where most of the unofficial gambling is occurring. Strider and Spruce, what do you do?
I'm going to work. Big boy
I-
only got his muscles.
Hold up. Let's see what there are
Well,
other than runners.
they are looking for barkers to liven the atmosphere and sing the praises of the surgeon.
Strider, you should do that. You're really good at that.
Yeah,
I would hate you forever.
I know. Oh, me too.
Step right up.
I don't know. I guess I just. How much more does it pay than the running job?
Could just make a song up. I bet it doesn't even have to be accurate for what's going on. Although they might get on to you for telling lies. But then some people probably wouldn't even know that you're
There's
lying.
an idea.
I'm
Would
sorry.
people here be willing to listen to stories other than the surgeon? Because I wouldn't mind just like at a bar with with my loot. And just going
Well,
to town.
that's a possibility. There are drinking establishments and such in town. One of the promoters happens to see your instrument, and he says, "I'd pay you an extra 50 a day. You balked with that."
We'd have to spend less days here.
It's true. All right, I'll do it. What are you gonna do?
Look for work that needs a big muscle.
Hmm.
Or anything that needs cleaning.
Well, one of them looks at you and like pats your arm and said, "I think you carry 2 buckets."
Oh.
Well, hang on. Is that double the pay?
Roll me a persuasion, Strider.
Oh, yeah.
Please work. Damn it!
Oh, no.
Wow.
He says, "What are you, crazy?"
It's only 50
Mooney,
now.
come back. I need to borrow your luck.
Well,
Pissed him off. Oh.
he might have been open to the idea, but you talked him out of it.
Damn.
Hold on, Spruce gets up in his business and lets him know, like, listen,
As
I
you
can do plenty of work.
a couple of rather tough-looking, thuggish people kind of step up nearby, and the promoter says, "I don't hire trouble. Get out of here."
You
Look
missing
what I
out.
just did.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
Nah, it's my fault. I shouldn't have gotten his business, but
But I'm serious, though. If you're gonna carry 2, they should pay you double.
I agree.
All right,
But-
let's see what else there is. In the meantime, where am I setting up shop?
well, they give you a little stand, a dais to stand on, and they give you a rough script, but tell you to feel free to improvise. Just make sure you don't upset anybody with your improvisations.
He obsessed the entire time.
Oh crap! Am I rolling?
No, you do well enough without needing to roll.
Okay.
After all, you're just doing this by rote. You're not attempting to wow anybody particularly. You're just trying to get paid. So Strider is busy for the remainder of the day. Spruce, you wander off wondering what you're going to do, and let's go to Lux and Mooney, who have found themselves a game which Mooney can enter. Lux, do you look for an expensive game or a cheap game?
You should do the dice game you already did. That was good.
And lose more money?
I'm gonna look for an expensive game.
Oh my
Okay.
god. No.
Well, Lux, you have 40 BBs. You've got Mooney with you. You're going to try to coach her through and count on her natural luck to assist you.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So, you find a game where they're betting. They start off betting 20 a shot.
Oh,
Oh.
throw down 20.
So you throw in 20, and this time there are 4 players already, making you the 5th.
Go, Mooney!
The house goes and rolls first. Removes the 6 and the 1. Has a 10 with 4 dice and decides to re-roll.
Wah, wah.
Let's see. And rolls even worse. He thinks about it for a minute and decides he'll roll one more time. And ends up with an 8. He curses and passes the dice to his left.
Wah, wah.
The next guy, let's see, takes out the 6 and the 1, the 5 and the 2, the 5 and the 2, just puts his head in his hands and passes the dice.
Wah, wah.
This guy takes out the 4 and the 3 and ends up with an 18. He nods and passes the dice. With 4 dice, he decides to roll again. He passes the dice to you, Mooney. It's your turn.
Go, Mooney!
You have to beat an 18.
Oh.
Removing the 5 and the 2 and the 6 and the 1, you know, well, as the dice leave your hand, perhaps luck will intervene.
Fuck.
So you spend one of your luck points, roll again.
Oh god, that's worse.
Oh.
It's even worse. You have 2 luck points remaining.
I used it one more time.
Before he rolls, can I do sleight of hand?
You can attempt. What are you going to try to do?
Girl, were
Insert
you
some of
trying
your
to
dice?
die?
I'll try to bump into him and switch out the die that gives him the most advantageous rolls.
Okay.
So he's rolling
Well,
2 more times, and
Well,
you're
hold
gonna
on.
take.
So do you want to do this on the first luck roll?
Do I want to do it in the first luck roll?
Like the one he just did, so he doesn't spend a second point.
Yes.
Okay, so what you'll probably try to do here is swap the 2 1s for 6s, and actually that would be a winning roll. So, attempt a sleight of hand.
My god.
Ah,
Let me see.
we're gonna exit strategy. Exit strategy. Plan an exit strategy.
Okay,
Plan B, Plan B.
Lux, you manage to swipe 2 of the dice and quickly replace them.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry. I tripped over this
What
rock.
the
It's so
hell,
uneven here.
Lux?
They're not
So-
quite
so-
the same, but several of the guys are already shaking their heads, and Mooney quickly sweeps up her winnings, and you quickly replace the original dice as Mooney passes them back towards the middle. You make 80 plus your original 20 stake.
That's 100.
Nice.
Wow, Mooney, you're really good at this.
Yeah, I just wish you didn't bump into me.
Sorry.
Well, one of the guys says, "Oh, like to win back what I lost. You in for another?"
That's on her.
Oh no, this is your money you're using, so it's up to you.
Start it as yours. Back to yours.
Lux, you want to throw again?
I think we're done.
Okay. Well, you currently have 120.
Paid how much for an
Something
antitoxin?
like
You need
500.
500. Well, Spruce, you're kind of wandering around. There are other job managers who you could approach.
I'm
As you're
game.
walking up and down the line, you see a fight break out. Apparently, someone tried to cut. They were trying to be sneaky about it, but of course they got caught. The crowd is not pleased. The man is beaten rather thoroughly and just chucked to the side. Nobody steps in to help him.
Guys, I know where we are. We're in Canada.
What?
He jumped the queue. They're really big about the queue.
Oh my gosh.
We're in Canada.
Spruce goes over and helps the guy who fell over. Like, helps pick him up. Was that the guy who tried to cut, or the guy who got cut
No.
in?
The guy who tried to cut got beaten up and thrown out of line.
Oh, well, never mind. I don't want to help him.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that.
I got confused.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Just drops him back down.
Oh,
Yes.
so,
Yes.
yeah. Someone says, "Hey, what are you doing?" He tried to cut, and you're like, "Oh," you drop him.
Oh, never mind.
He gives a
oh,
salute and walks
God.
off.
Okay. Well, Spruce, the guy in line, kind of nods in a satisfactory manner, like crossing his arms, like, yeah. So, like I said, there are other job managers if you'd like to speak with somebody else.
Yes.
Okay. This one notes that looks like you could carry quite a bit of food. He's got a big cart, and if you run it up and down the line and accept payment for food, they'll pay you $150 a day.
I'll take what I can get.
Okay. Well, Strider and Spruce spend the rest of the day working. And Strider, go ahead and give yourself 200 BBs, and Spruce yourself 150.
Yay!
Hooray.
So, Lux and Mooney, what are you going to do?
We're gonna play at another table.
All right. So, are you going to try to find an even higher stakes table?
Is this the next day, or is this the same day?
Still in the same day, currently.
Lux, what do you want to do?
I picked the last one. This one's for you.
Uh-oh.
Give me 40, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you...
Mooney and Lux, gamble girls.
Find a higher table.
Okay. You managed to find a table where they're betting 40.
Put the money in.
All right. You sit at the table, and of course, you looked for a table where there was extra people because you want to win big. This table has 6 people sitting at it, and you make the 7th. So, here you go, newcomer. You can roll first.
Lovely, thank you.
Okay, well,
Luck dice.
okay, you're gonna use your luck. And Lux, you actually can enter into this game if you'd like, as
Oh.
well.
There you go, double team them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, that luck dice was worse than the first.
Was?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a 4 and a 3 and a 6 and a 1.
Oh no.
That's been one more luck dice.
Okay. It's your last one. Roll it.
Good. Mooney!
Lux, Mooney is in trouble.
I faint a little bit, kind of woozy against him. Sleight of hand again.
Okay. You're going to have to replace probably the 1 and... Let's see. Probably your best bet. If you wanted to stay believable, the 1 and the 5. Set the 5 to a 4 and the 1 to a 6. And that would give you 10, 16. The 20. I'd give you a high roll. So go ahead and give me a sleight of hand.
Hey!
Hey, nice.
With fast fingers and a little bit of distraction, Lux manages to swap out the dice.
My God.
I'm getting really tired, Mooney.
Lux, are
I'm
you sure
sorry.
you're not the one stuck with the toxin?
I don't know what it is.
Oh,
Well-
God, can't take you anywhere.
The resulting roll is nearly unbeatable. And sure enough, it goes around the table. And Mooney wins. And let's see, that was a grand total of 6 people at 40 per. So you get back your original stake plus 240.
Success by cheating.
God damn.
While Strider and Spruce slave away in the corporate ladder.
Miss Mooney, I think
Sometimes it be that way.
I think
really
it's time
be
to
like
retire. I'm very tired.
that. Yeah, we probably should take a surgeon.
Well, Lux and Mooney, you go off to find Strider and Spruce. Give me perception rolls, both of you.
Where is it?
Okay.
We're fucked. We're fucked.
Let's see here. Give me a moment. Well, you guys find Strider by the sound of a viol playing. And it's towards the end of the working day for her. And
Like a sturgeon, cut for the very first time. Oh, what's up, guys?
Really? Really?
What?
she's very popular. Y'all are telling her about your winnings. And Mooney, you take out your BBs to count, and you're missing 20.
Wait, what?
You got pickpocketed.
On my phone.
Can I check? I checked my bag.
You're okay. It looks like they hit Mooney because Mooney was the one who won. They probably just
Oh.
reached in and grabbed whatever they could.
Lux, you gotta pickpocket the pickpocket.
We gotta find the pickpocket first.
Who even knows where it happened? Y'all,
You know what? You know what? It's just not gonna kill
Spruce
anyone.
Was there. If Spruce
Get
was there,
arrested.
they could hunt him down. But
Yep.
Alright, look, let's
Yeah,
focus
so
on
you're-
what's important. How much?
You're going to get revenge for your ill-gotten gains being stolen from you.
Okay, but Mooney doesn't know this. Lux never told her what she was doing.
Oh,
All right, everyone,
no.
focus.
She's not paying
Focus.
attention enough to see it.
Focus.
Mooney
How
really
much black
thinks
bile do we
that she's
have?
a great gambler.
We're just incredibly lucky.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
dang, you know what?
add your
Lux
black
could probably
bile
just-
together. So Mooney, reduce your total by 20, and then Strider has 200.
How much was my total? I forgot.
Oh Lord.
You won 200, right?
Well,
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
yeah, because you started with 40 and you won 240, and then lost 20 to a pickpocket.
Okay, I'm good.
Wait, Lux only has 80?
She
Lux
gambled
should
most
just
of it off.
like go around and pickpocket other people.
Yep. So y'all have grand total now 690.
Okay.
Enough
Okay.
We can
for
afford at least one antitoxin tonight.
a single antitoxin.
Mooney,
Who
you
are we
get
gonna
it.
give it to?
Mooney. She earned it. She worked hard.
Hmm.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, just
Mooney?
she earned it.
Oh.
Well,
Spruce worked harder, but still.
Okay,
Okay,
so we're
that makes-
decided.
Aggressively?
Makes Lux want to go pickpocketing.
what's that now, Lux?
That makes seeing Spruce kind of pout, but kind of worry. Lux is gonna go out and try
You
to
hear me?
pickpocket.
Yeah, we can
And
now.
Okay, okay. So, like, I don't know why it's going up, but I'm like, Mooney sees Spruce, like, pouting, and she's like, no.
Oh, the pouting was out of character. Spruce would not pout. He's a
Ah.
he's a good boy. That was
Well,
me pouting for him.
Either way,
Pouting's not a bad
either way, Mooney is just like, no. All I did was just gamble. You actually worked for your money.
Thank you.
Well,
Okay,
that's
then.
that's
Let's heal
comforting.
s-
So
So-
you guys go out. You manage to find a little shop selling some antitoxin. Now, the effect of the antitoxin is as follows: it gives you advantage on saves against poison and disease. So the way the death dog disease works is you make a save each night. When you have succeeded 3 saving throws, you are cured. So the antitoxin will give you advantage on 1 save.
Mm.
So there's
Oh, yeah.
not an
Wow.
actual cure.
There is, well, the only cure is to basically
the
outlast it.
passage of time.
Hearing this, Lux
Lux
goes and looks for money.
Okay.
We only figured this out when we read the tag on the bottle. We're like,
Yeah.
God dang
Of
it.
course we do.
Oh my
Oh, okay. I gotta find somewhere that pays.
Mooney just gives that like, full, like very pissed off laugh.
Reading the label and realizing for the first time, oh my god. If you wanted advantage on every save, you would need grand total 6 of these.
6.
3 for Mooney and 3
Oh,
for
okay,
Spruce.
I thought you meant for one person. I was like, that's, but okay.
No,
yeah,
3
we
and
gotta,
3.
Spruce, we're fucked. Spruce, we're fucked.
Now hang on. There's got to be nighttime activities too. Maybe I can find a bar I can sing at for another few hours.
Strider and Spruce are going to work themselves to death.
Mhm.
I'm
wonder
gonna
if we
look
could
for
I'm
a
not.
find
I'm not the one
pickpocket.
dying of toxin, so you know I feel pretty confident.
I wonder if we could find someone who, like, their pay is antitoxin. Like, I wonder if we could work for one of the shops that sells it and be like, can we do, like, super labor or something?
Well, There is guard duty available, as you have experienced. There's crime in the city. As you have perpetrated, there is crime in the city. So, guards are always accepted. And Spruce is a rather large boy.
Yeah. Yeah, if I don't die in the night, I'll do it.
Real big boy.
Oh, I want guard duty.
Well,
Lux, you gotta keep pickpocketing for Mooney.
That's right.
Y'all are a super tag team.
all right. Well, are you going to attempt to work through the night?
I will.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Well-
look for people.
You can either continue your work as a barker, or you can try to find a bar or something and see if you can get paid as a busker.
Hmm.
It's up to you.
A
Do you know what a
what?
busker is?
No, sorry.
It's basically a street performer.
Okay.
If you've ever been out in like a downtown area and somebody was out performing on the sidewalk, that's a busker.
Mm-hmm. Question is, does that pay more? Or am I just dependent on donations? Like, just put out a...
You would be
At
dependent
Prey.
on donations and your performance.
I feel like if you rolled real good on performance, like, don't you have like a proficiency in performance?
As
Yeah.
a bard, I would hope so.
I'd say
Alright,
bus.
I guess I'll try busker.
Okay.
And if it doesn't work out, then we'll to cat calling or...
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Yeah, we heard you.
Okay.
before.
I
Or
just,
maybe.
I don't.
Okay.
Damn!
Ugh.
Bardic
Oh
inspiration.
God, what
Bardic
are these
inspiration.
rolls?
Just a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration, because screw this.
Well,
And it doesn't translate.
you sing gotta find a key, but it doesn't really translate well.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently people kind of like it, but they don't understand it.
Gotcha.
Now your bardic inspiration is not a reroll.
Oh.
Mm.
Got to read the
Mm.
ability.
Ah.
So, Strider, you spend the night hours performing your greatest hits. Unfortunately, it's a tough crowd, and
Dang it.
roll a Constitution save.
I was about to say the consequences of an all-nighter.
Yep. Okay. Well, you pull through admirably. You tough it out, and you manage to work through your exhaustion. You manage to make 16 BBs.
Well.
Oh. Wow.
So, now, during the
That's
night,
disappointing.
Lux, Mooney, and Spruce, what are you doing?
Scoping the crowd for a little 5-finger discount.
Okay. Mooney and Spruce?
Spruce will take on guard duty and become Batman.
Okay.
Mm.
And Mooney.
Mooney don't
should
know what
talk.
she wants to do.
She had to think about it.
Well, first of all, Mooney and Spruce.
Does Mooney want to try gambling with what we have left over?
He ain't got no more lucky.
I feel like she needs to rest to get her lucky back.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, right. Never mind.
Yeah. So, Mooney, Spruce, make Constitution saves.
This dog sucks!
Oh my god.
God dang it, Mooney.
Okay.
That's a vintage?
You both passed the save.
Oh.
I'll be kind and say that you didn't take the antitoxin yet. So, your hit points are not reduced. and you only need 2 more saves to cure yourselves.
Yay!
Now,
Wonderful.
let's see. Bruce, you make 150 BBs during the night, guarding,
Yay!
and make a Constitution save.
Please give this boy some luck. Please, please, please.
Sending good vibes.
No!
Oh, the vibes weren't that great.
Bruce, you gain a level of exhaustion.
Womp womp. What does that do?
Well, why don't you increase your exhaustion level on that exhaustion counter on your character
Oh
sheet,
no!
and it will tell you what it does.
Oh no, I see it now. At first I did it and I was like, nothing's wrong.
Now, unfortunately, it will not automatically apply the effects. It just tells you what the effects are.
Right, so I'll just have to roll twice.
Mooney, what do you do during the night? Do you rest? Or do you attempt to find work? Do you gamble?
Oh, quick aside, are we staying with Spring in them? Like, do we have, like, a place to stay to sleep at night, or...?
You have not secured such arrangements yet.
Oh, yeah, good job, gang.
Shut up. How dangerous would it be to... Okay, so I asked this question earlier. I never got an actual answer. What is the CR ratings to the wolves?
You talking about the dogs?
Yes.
Just their challenge rating, or are you talking about the DC for the save?
The challenge rating.
Is 1.
Could I wild shape into them?
I don't believe so. Actually, no, not at all, because they're monstrosities and not beasts.
Oh.
Secondly, only Circle of the Moon druids can wild shape into CR1 creatures at this low of a level. You'll be able to wild shape into CR1 creatures later, but right now I think you're confined to like CR 1/2 or something like that. I'd have to look at your class again. Well, Mooney, have you quite decided what you're going to do? You can rest, but you'll have to find a safe spot to do so. Or you can attempt to gamble, find a job, and try to work the night through.
Okay. So, how long does wild shape last?
1 hour.
1 hour. Could I take a job as like a shapeshifter? Like to entertain?
You look around. You're not certain that you could employ that in a way that would make you any currency.
Because I don't feel like I would do good gambling without bucks.
Shape of egg.
Yeah.
I don't want to die. Someone's gonna cook me.
So someone just, an egg, picks it up and fries it.
Oh no!
The end. Credits roll.
You gotta sing the I Love You Egg song. Okay, never mind.
We can sell your ration, you turn back.
Oh dang, y'all could pull the biggest scam. Just become bunches of rations and then sell it and then leave.
An egg is not a beast.
Dang it.
It's an unborn.
We sell me as a pet, and then I transform out. And we run.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I would need somebody to be the person to sell me, and everybody's tied up.
Well, Mooney, you actually spend the night wandering around and wondering what you want to do. In the end, you're approached by Lux later, and you realize you spent basically 8 hours in indecision. Lux, you spent the night with your fingers in people's pockets. But let's see how you did.
Oh shit.
Oh, yo,
Gosh.
please.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Fuck, this is so stressful. 16.
Okay.
Not bad.
Look at you
That's-
with those sleight of hand rolls.
That's those little fingers
Got them
Reach-
sticky fingers.
reaching into pockets. So, let's see how you did. Lux, also give me a stealth check.
Oof.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Oof.
Alright, Trickster's Glove.
That +1 stealth.
Oh god.
Ooh.
So is that a 14?
No,
Or-
it's already added. I
It's
think.
already added, so it's a 13. Okay.
Wah, wah.
Well, a couple of times you nearly get caught, and so you kind of are more cautious for the rest of the night. You manage to get 138 BBs.
Jesus.
That's not bad.
No, she does quite well for herself. But towards the end of the night, people are clutching their pouches close to them. It seems like your little spree of pickpocketing has not gone entirely unnoticed.
Well, that exhausts that option for the next night.
Yeah, you're
I
not
got another scam. Got a good scam.
a
So
good.
like,
Okay, so it is morning of the second day. Now, you have not rested, which means that none of you regain spell slots or anything of that nature. Mooney, give me a Constitution save. Oh, and Lux as well. Lux, you gain... No, sorry, Mooney, you gain a level of exhaustion. Lux, you do not.
Okay.
It was bad, man.
feels
The two that are poisoned are also exhausted.
No, no.
Ugh.
Man, we just know how to pick our situations, huh, Spruce?
we're not good at this.
Okay, well, y'all are now your second day in Surgeon Town. How will you spend your day? You don't really know a whole lot about the town yet and how it works. Basically, you see the line winding through the middle and people waiting in it. You know that there are various jobs for delivering to people within the line. There's a rather robust gambling going on outside in the outskirts of the city, not so much in the interior. Perhaps it would be to your advantage to understand what's going on here better.
We should probably find someone else to talk to, find people like Spring. But also, we should check where our lantern wants us to go. Where is it exactly going to lead us? So we have to give up 2 fuel, right?
1 fuel, I believe.
Okay.
As you mill around wondering what you will do today, you're looking at the line and everything around. Have you come to a decision?
Has the line even moved?
You think possibly 1 space has advanced, maybe 2.
God dang.
Well,
You notice watching the line that there are some promoters walking up and down the line, and one of them begins picking people out. They talk to them for a moment, and the people join them. A flag is placed in that person's position, and they move off to a small canopy. There are about 6 people under there, plus the promoter, and they begin rolling some dice. They're playing
I'll check that out.
some sort of game. Well, as you approach, some muscle steps up and kind of holds up his hand, and he says, "Chosen members only. Stand in line if you want an opportunity."
Oh, thank you. Okay, bye.
Well done, Spruce.
A man of many words.
So,
He steps in line.
okay. Well, do you attempt to ask anybody about what's going on?
Yeah, I asked the guy in front of me. He's like, "What's going on under that canopy?"
He turns around and he says, "Oh, it's divination dice.
What are they doing with them?
Well, you can bet your place in line. Try to win a closer spot. You can win a spot at the viewing. Or perhaps you can reduce the number of hours you have to wait."
The viewing?
He begins to explain a little bit about the game, but the viewing is apparently a special opportunity to watch the surgeon work. You can actually sit in on one of his operations. Often people who are undecided about whether or not they want an operation attempt to sit in on a viewing, although the only reliable way to get in is to win at divination dice.
Thank you. How do the dices work?
He says, the rules are kind of complex. It won't matter if you don't get chosen.
Fair enough. Have you been chosen before?
He says, I'm at the back of the line. I just started the other day, so not yet.
Understandable.
Although apparently the promoters do often choose from the back of the line. It adds a degree of randomness into the game.
Sure are a lot of games.
Well, what else are they gonna do around here?
Got to keep the
Yeah.
people occupied somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently there's some kind of game in which you can gamble your position or a number of hours. You're unclear on how the hours work. But if you stand in line long enough, supposedly you'll be chosen. Would you like to roll an investigation to see if you can discover more?
Sure.
Well,
Wow.
well, Spruce, you're bantering with someone towards the back of the line, and you're sort of near the tent city, because that's where the back of the line is. And the man says that he's waiting for his friend, actually, to be seen by the surgeon. He steps out of line as you begin talking to him, says, "Oh, I'm not standing. I'm just talking with my friend. He motions to someone nearby. He tells you he's been here for a couple of weeks. It doesn't help that the office only opened last week. It had been closed for a while. Just a word of advice. If you happen to see the office sign flip to close, or if you hear the barkers begin yelling about a hiatus, just evacuate the city.
Why?
Sometimes the surgeon closes the office for various reasons. It doesn't matter what the reason is, inevitably there's a riot.
Ugh,
Oh dear.
good to know.
It tells you that people tend to wait several weeks in line at least, unless they're lucky at divination dice.
We were. I'm not telling this guy, but I would tell to our group, like, if we felt so desired to go see the surgeon, I'm sure Mooney and Lux could figure out a way to get us in there. Y'all got a good system. But I guess we should try to check with the lanterns, say if we are supposed to go see the surgeon.
Who has the most rations? I have 7. Oh, yeah, I have 5.
You mean
Wait,
oil?
Lantern fuel.
Yeah.
Oil. I
Yeah.
have 7.
I have 1.
I have
One.
4.
One lantern fuel?
Yeah, at least that's what my thing says.
Oh, and reduce your rations by 2, by the way. You had to eat yesterday.
Nah, I just starved. I'm kidding.
Not
2
unless...
exhaustion level.
Yeah, there you go. Just rack them up.
I give 2 fuel to Strider.
Okay.
Cool. And we can save our fuel, right? Because this place is well lit. Like, we could put it on dim
Yeah,
or something,
it's
right?
lit.
Well, you could snuff your lanterns for now if you wanted to.
But
I have 7 fuel, so I'd be willing to sacrifice mine. I don't want to draw attention to us, so I wonder if there's a way to, like,
well,
still
we're
see
gonna
stuff.
do that. Like,
Huh?
We're gonna kind of do that anyways because everywhere has people.
Yeah,
Can I
but,
see
like...
if anybody else in the crowd has lanterns?
Oh, there you
You
go.
see people here and there with various kinds of light. Torches, there's some lanterns. They don't look quite like yours, but you don't stand out per se.
I wonder if there's, like, a way we could get up high and, like, we can still see plenty of the city, but we're not drawing exceptional attention to ourselves.
Well, there are...
Find a high point, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, honestly.
We have the high ground.
Leap of faith. We have the high ground.
There are various alleyways leading off the main beaten path where you might be able to find a private spot. And of course, you could climb on top of the buildings if you wanted to.
Let's do that.
All right. Well, the 4 of you sort of traipse off to a little alleyway, and it's dark in there, and so you kind of slip in and begin looking for a way to climb up. Who climbs?
I'm gonna try to parkour up there.
All right, Lux,
I'll
give me
climb.
an acrobatics check. You make it. Bruce, you can acrobatics or athletics, your
I'm
choice.
athletics.
All right. You make it up easily.
Oh, even exhausted, yo boy, still got it.
Oh, yes, because you have to roll with disadvantage. Well, there you go. Strider and Mooney, what about you? Do you stay on the ground, or do you attempt to climb up?
I'm
I
staying
stay
on the ground.
Okay.
And actually, I'm gonna just find a corner to curl up and take a nap real quick.
A short rest.
A short rest.
Okay. Well, Lux and Spruce, you find yourself on top of one of the buildings. Will you strike up your lantern, one of you?
I will.
Okay. So feed your lantern 1 fuel.
Yosh.
And it flares up. A rather bright beam drifts off towards the surgeon's residence. And once again, some dim beams drift northward.
So we didn't finish our job with the mass collector, of course. And I knew we'd have to go in there with the surgeon. Blast the Silver Lady.
Well,
What if the Silver Lady wanted his mask?
What?
Like our caravan friend said, he's one of the people who have remembered the light the most. And she wants the light.
Yeah, but she also told us to fill our hollow hearts. So we're supposed to keep remembering, I suppose.
don't misremember, the lady did not say she was looking for the light.
Ah,
She was looking for what? For that belongs to her.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
she is looking for something. But she has not told you what. She's only put you on the path. Now, you're uncertain why your lantern is leading you to the surgeon. But there is, she did say she wanted a mask, yes. There is something that the surgeon can offer your quest. You're just not sure what it is.
I do want to follow her directions, but I really don't want to go in there. It's so gross, and this is really bad, and I have horrible feelings about this, especially after that one guy.
Spruce.
Ah!
Mr. Spruce. One thing at a time. Why don't we find, well, where there's abundance of crime and gambling, there should be someone controlling it. Maybe he has more information. He or she.
Oh, Lux, that's an excellent idea.
It is? Oh, thank you.
Okay.
But we can also get information from the guards. We haven't really talked to anybody in the city.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder if there's a way we could just sneak in somehow.
I could try the school. See if there's an entranceway where no one would notice. But should we risk it? There are guards.
I wonder if I could be a guard for them and look the other way when you're near.
And I would like to see if anybody controls all the crime here. Cover our bases.
Well, you guys climb down, report to Strider and Mooney what you found, and you decide to go and gather some more information. You need to know where the crime originates here, whether or not you could function as guards at the surgeon's residence, how likely it would be that you could sneak in, and other such things. Returning to the line, you happen to notice that one customer standing in line is kind of showing off, flexing and spreading his body so that other people can see. You see that he's covered in gauges, and not just in his ears. He actually has holes through his entire body with large metal cylinders pushed through.
I'm sorry, but were you shot?
He explains that he is a repeat customer of the surgeon, and he's showing off his beautiful modifications. You notice his mask is sewn on.
You don't seem whole.
He says,
That's not wholly true, though.
Find yourself a holy man? Okay.
Yeah, I see through your lies. Oh, sorry. We're done.
he says, It's through my emptiness that I am whole. The surgeon makes the body match the soul.
I'm sorry.
So now he made
But
you
that
full
kinda
of
seems pathetic.
assholes.
Oh no.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
As you guys are kind of mocking him, you notice the crowd is turning hostile towards you. Strider, as you're speaking, somebody bumps you roughly and kind of just looks at you like, what you gonna do about it?
Come on, just a bit of harmless teasing. No, really. I caught on something you said. You're a repeat customer?
He
You've
kind
met
of
the surgeon more than once?
he kind of looks, kind of glares at you and says, "I've seen him twice. How many times have you seen him?"
Not
None.
even.
He says, "Hardly worth my time. I'm almost eligible for the thrice under the knife club." And he kind of tilts his nose way up in the air.
Well, excuse us.
Oh, sounds like an honor.
You would hardly know.
Yes, we just said that. Repeating it.
What is Orlesian?
Orlay.
Oh, it's from Dragon Age.
Yeah.
They're the
It's this
snooty
country
Frenchmen.
where they all wear masks. And,
Okay.
snooty. But,
Oh, okay.
But that was good.
All right. So, you notice that he seems to be getting a lot of appreciative attention. People seem to be impressed that he has seen the surgeon several times. And even though the modifications to his body really do look like they've debilitated him somewhat, he is not very flexible. And you're pretty sure that by interrupting the muscular flow that he'd be rubbish in a fight. Because obviously the muscles would not function quite properly if they're not pulling in the right directions.
Mm-hmm.
People appreciate him for his, quote, beauty.
Huh.
I need
Also,
to get out of here.
they reacted very poorly to your jokes. They seemed to think that you were insulting the surgeon's work.
Well, that's kind of what we were doing. I need to get out of here. I'm going to die in here.
We were just leaving.
Yeah. Well,
If not by the poison, by the city.
well, you vacate that area quickly.
We gotta find out what the thrice under the knife club is. I wonder if
Well, roll an investigation.
I was gonna ask him, but I thought I'd get jumped, and then I thought I'd have to fight him, and then I thought everyone else would beat me up.
Well,
Yeah, I don't blame you. That would have sucked.
Spruce is like, I could take him. I don't see nothing.
Bruce, you make some rather clumsy attempts at asking about the thrice under the knife club. But it seems that you say all the wrong words. People begin to look at you with hard eyes.
I mean, I'm new here, everyone. I don't know what I'm looking for.
Oops.
Mooney, you're pretty sure that you're pretty smooth as you begin asking about the club. However, people are openly hostile towards you. It appears that your reputation has preceded the group, and looking around, everybody is kind of staring at you.
Mooney, what'd you do?
What we did.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Word travels fast.
really. Which is why I said if I'm not going to die from the poison, I'm going to die from the city.
Well, a man approaches you as you guys sort of like back away slowly. He says, I heard you were asking about the Thrice Under the Knife Club.
That's correct.
Yes, we were.
I can answer some questions for you.
What are you looking for?
Huh. I'm looking for the ones who are asking about the Thrice Under the Knife Club.
And what's in it for you?
Okay, calm down.
He says,
So
you
what can
were the
tell
one
us?
asking questions there.
And
What?
I'm asking more questions. Why do you want
Mooney,
to help us?
Mooney, Miss
Someone
Mooney.
stop her.
Thank you
Mooney,
so
let
much.
the
We
man
would
talk.
love to have that information, please.
He says, come with me if you'd like to know more.
Oh?
And he
Okay.
walks into a nearby alleyway.
Mooney's untrusting is not moving willingly.
Where are we?
Up at the top.
I know, but I'm gonna.
Mr. Spruce, would
Yes.
you like to stay with Miss Mooney? Keep her company?
Yes.
Thank you.
So,
You
Here
can
is-
still shapeshift.
the hard-eyed man begins walking down the alley.
I make sure to get in front of Strider.
Okay.
Because I'm worried for my friends, could I be within earshot?
Yes,
Same.
yes, you can.
Could we like try to climb the wall or climb on top of some nearby buildings to see them?
Yes, you can. First of all, an athletics check. Yes, and both of you would roll with disadvantage. Now, unless Mooney is not climbing.
No, she's just like staying within earshot. She's not climbing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Mooney and Spruce both stealth checks.
Poop a doop.
Oops.
Oh yeah, with disadvantage.
Yep. So roll again, Mooney.
Strider.
Oh no.
There's a great clattering behind you, Lux and Strider, and the man in front of you just kind of turns slowly, looks back in that direction, and seems unconcerned.
Okay, so we good.
I
Right?
face palm and sigh.
So technically, are we still like hidden?
Technically, yes, you are out of sight. Bruce, you're on top of the building, but you slipped on a tile and face planted.
If where I'm at, am I still
Onto the
within
ground?
earshot? Because I still wanted to stay within earshot.
Yeah, you're close enough to hear. It's a little quiet, but you can still hear.
Could I can still make out what they're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the man turns once you're far enough into the alley and says, you ask about the Thrice Under the Knife Club. It is an exclusive club. One for devotees of the surgeon's work. What is your purpose in learning of this club?
We seek to be under his knife. Well, I am.
Roll
I
me, roll me a deception check.
Nice.
I'm not speaking for everyone in my group. Just me. I'm very fascinated.
I am, well, new in town. I'd never heard of the surgeon before, and I'm just so anxious to learn everything I can.
He says, he nods, he says, a believable lie. I would buy it if I hadn't been following your progress already. He says, "We do not want anyone to upset the surgeon. I would ask you to leave town. But first, an
Let me take a
example.
selfie.
I wouldn't want anyone else to believe that they can get away with your indiscretions."
Look, truthfully, we have members who are afflicted with illness. We're trying to get them cured. And
So,
an audience with the surgeon. That's it. That's all we want.
you'll need more curing soon. He steps forward and attacks. See.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Oh my god, I give up tonight, man.
Bring it around town. Do I roll initiative too?
Actually, well, you can, but you will not get to act in the first round of combat.
Okay.
Give me a moment whilst I... And he acts before you because he got the surprise round on you. Lux.
Oh dear.
He just steps forward and punches you twice with the butt of his short sword.
Ugh.
And you take 25 damage.
Oh God.
What the fuck?
Thankfully, it seems like he's trying not to kill you. It's all non-lethal. Lux, it's your turn.
Well, tried and true. Like off. I don't have a lantern, right?
Did you douse your lantern earlier?
Yeah, we all
Yes.
doused early.
Well, let's see. So it's Bruce. So okay, so you actually all have doused lanterns, huh?
Yeah.
Well, in that case. Well, yeah, Spruce actually spent one, but in order to sneak up on top of the buildings, you would have need to have snuffed it, or else you'd be up there like a neon sign.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna move around him.
Okay.
Bow right here and bonus action disengage.
Okay.
Dark. Right there. Can I look around for anybody else?
It's dark.
You can make a perception check.
But that
you
would be my
can't-
action.
Just a moment. Actually, your inquisitive class gives you a, I think, a bonus perception.
Ooh.
Well, except you just use your bonus action. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, you have to use your action because you really have to sit still and like listen to try and see if you could figure out where anyone else was.
I see. Well, crossbow out.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit him. Okay.
All right. You managed to hit him with your crossbow. Mooney, peeking around the corner, you feel sudden pain blossom in your shoulder. You stumble forward and reach your fingers around, and you find a shaft of wood sticking out of your shoulder. You've been hit with a crossbow bolt. You take 13 damage.
I'm at 6 HP. This is fun. This is fun, y'all.
Strider, The impassive-faced man turns to you. And he hits you once with his short sword, dealing 5 damage.
Okay.
The blow doesn't really stagger you much, and you manage to dodge the sound at the sound of a bolt twanging from the rooftop above you. It hits the bags that are stacked behind you as you dodge to the side. Strider, it's your turn.
Okay, quick question.
Yes.
Like, I was gonna ask if I could use my short sword on him and the hand crossbow I have on the guy on the roof. Or is that considered
may.
2 actions?
No, it's all part of the attack action. You may.
Okay.
So
that's
just
for him.
From me to you, as a gift. Retreat
Thank
is
you.
an option. Do not forget that.
Dig it.
Okay. You manage to slip your short sword around his defenses, cutting him slightly. The bolt, unfortunately, goes wide. It strikes the eave of the house and bounces upward.
Maybe I at least freaked him out.
It's the top of the round. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna try to make my way to, where did Lux go? I can't see her.
She dropped off into the darkness.
Around that way.
Alright, I would like to run over this way. Get the hell out of this alley. So right there.
Yeah.
Run, Mooney!
Spruce, go ahead and take your turn.
Okay. Honestly, I was just gonna cast, I was gonna try to jump down and surprise them and cast Minor Illusion and then pick up anybody I could and dash.
Okay. Hold on, Strider. Let me move you back here for just a minute.
Okay.
So, Spruce, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion. Okay, can I do Minor Illusion and make a loud noise, but also do the lantern thing and, like, make it look like a big explosion?
You could, yes. It costs 4 fuel to do so.
It's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion and I'm gonna do the fuel thing and try to blind them, and then I'm gonna drop down and do the sound and the lantern, and I'm gonna pick up Strider or Mooney or whoever's nearby me and, like, make a run for it.
Okay. Well, you jump down off of the awning that you're on, and do as you said. You create a loud cracking noise with Minor Illusion, and then you feed 4 fuel into your lantern, and the entire alleyway lights up like daylight for a moment. And everybody shields their eyes. Spruce, you grab Strider and pull her away while the masked man is reeling. And Lux, you feel someone take your hand, and you're pulled up on top of this awning here. and you two run. Lux, from your position on top of the roof, you see a silver streak. Shoot this direction, and the form of a lady hits a man on top of the roof over there, knocking him off.
Oh.
Shit!
It's the silver lady. She
She's
came to
cold.
protect us.
So, are you guys gonna run?
We're gonna run.
Damn
I'm
Skippy.
All right.
I mean,
Well,
I currently don't have a choice. Yes.
you guys beat feet back into the middle of town, and where there's light, at least, the mysterious thugs do not follow you.
I will never learn. God damn it.
It appears that asking too much and too clumsily about the Thrice Under the Knife Club attracts some rather rough attention.
You should have just asked Spring. Traded
If we
food
can
or
find
something.
Are we all agreed that we need to get in to see the surgeon?
At
I
some
guess
point,
so.
yes.
But
I'm
also,
more.
can we agree not to follow people into some shady areas?
I solemnly now agree never to do that ever again.
Agreed.
How many times did we follow people into some shady places and we get attacked?
Well, not always.
To be
I'm with
honest, I
Mooney
was
on this.
curious.
I'm with Mooney on this. If we hadn't
Maybe
stuck,
like 75% of the time.
if we hadn't stuck back, y'all would have been dead meat.
Very true. I'm very sorry.
Well, Bruce, your lantern has resumed its standard brightness, and the apparition that you saw, Lux, has vanished.
Oh, did anyone see that? When
See
we were-
what?
I
What
saw a
happened?
bright ass light. That's about it.
Yeah, everybody else had their back turned.
When we were running, I saw a silver glow, someone running away.
Silver, I wonder who would that be?
You sure it wasn't my light? You sure you didn't get blinded? Are you okay? How many fingers am I holding up? Come on. Hey.
12.
Lux,
I'm
there's only
just
10
joking.
Put me to
fingers.
sleep too.
I'm only
Right.
saying in jest. But my first worry is trying to keep
Enjoy
you
everyone's jokes.
cured of your afflictions.
Understandable, but what have we learned from going into shady areas with people we don't know?
All right. Yes, we've
Listen
learned.
to Miss
We're
Mooney.
not going to do that anymore.
I can't believe you guys are getting lectured by Mooney of all people. She's right.
But why
Yeah.
not?
Is that an insult?
This is the second time she's right.
I am focusing. That's my job.
Okay. So, we need to get in to see the surgeon. Question.
Yeah.
How do we want to do it?
Well, there's always the viewing,
Yes.
which of
Oh.
course means that you are not on his operating table.
Oh ho ho.
If you're looking for a safe way to get a feel for the surgeon, the viewing is it.
Okay, so here's what to do. How much fuel do we all have left?
I have 7.
I have 2.
Okay.
I got 2 now.
So you're the
I-
ones we need to. All right, Mooney, you're the one we need to get into the viewing. And then you need to use your lantern, find what belongs to the Silver Lady.
I understand what you mean.
I
Okay.
wonder if we could do something where one of us gets in, but Mooney's hidden as like a small animal, and then we've got 2 people.
I could shapeshift into a snake.
A dead snake. No, sorry, a live snake. But yes, that's actually a good idea. Now, as you guys are discussing this in low tones, a promoter happens to overhear you and says, "Oh, are you interested in the viewing?"
Yes.
Yes, we are.
He says, "Well, the best way to get into the viewing is to play the divination dice. Come with me, come with me. Look, you have nothing to lose. You just bet your spot in line and a few hours of your time."
Okay.
Okay.
A few hours sounds dangerous, but all right. Yeah, we're believers.
Okay, so you guys are pulled out of line to go and play
Wait, all 4 of us?
Why not?
Yeah.
it.
I didn't realize that he pulled all 4 of us.
He motions for all 4 of you.
Okay.
We can increase our chances this way.
Yes, indeed.
Watch us all fail.
Shh.
I'm knocking on wood, don't worry.
Whoa.
Here we go.
Well,
This looks nice, but also intimidating. But also nice.
This is divination dice. So let me make sure that you can all see the handout. Cannot. He explains the rules. Basically, divination dice is the way that people move up more quickly in line. It's the way that they secure spots in the viewing. You bet a number of hours in 12-hour increments. Those hours, should you lose, are the number of hours that you have to stand outside the line and cannot re-enter the line until they are up. If you win the game, there are several choices. If there is anybody left in the line that has not folded, that has a spot in the line closer than you, you can take their spot. You can choose to simply gain a seat at the viewing. You could also take the pot of hours. Each round, everyone bets 12 hours. At the end, there is a pot of hours, and if you happen to have a deficit of hours, you can use the pot to reduce the number of hours that you have to stand outside the line. So there's several win conditions, basically, or several things that you can choose should you win. You guys would be interested in spots at the viewing. Now, only one person can earn such a spot.
In theory.
Hmm.
No, but yeah, okay.
So,
Strider, don't forget your bardic inspiration.
okay, so if you do me a favor and read the handout, at least the first set of rules there. Let me know when you're done reading.
This is really complex.
Mm-hmm.
It took a while to get it decently right. It was supposed to be very simple. But simple and flavorful do not go hand in hand.
And I choose flavorful.
Okay, so at the beginning of the game, the house will roll 3d6. The result of that roll is the secret. Each player will roll 4d6 and choose 3 to keep. The player who is closest to the secret is the prime. You will also roll initiative. Your initiative order will determine your order on the board from top to bottom. The red line, the red row up at top is the prime's row. The purple row at the bottom is the pursuits row. And the teal rows in between are the contenders. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose your 3 numbers that you want to represent your divination. So, and like I said, the person who gets closest is the prime. The person who is furthest from the number is the pursuit, and everybody else falls in between. And your position on the board determines what actions you can take each round.
Okay.
Okay.
So, as you increase or decrease your initial roll, you will move left and right on the board. Left for a negative decrease, and right for a positive increase. You will record your original roll in your green bubble.
Mm-hmm.
You'll record your original number in the green. Your modified number you will record in the red. So as your number changes, put it in your red circle. The blue circle will be used if you decide to tarry on any given round, and you can mark down the amount of mana that you have for that round so you won't forget. After you have tarried once in a game, you cannot tarry again. So, you're sat around a table with 4 other players. One man sits there and he has a small number pinned on the front of his robe. It's 312. You're told it represents the number of hours. You're each given a pin of your own, which currently has a 0 on it. A woman wearing a white hood and a top hat is talking obsessively about an operation. She's been trying to increase her position in the line. What is it, being honest? Another woman is talking with the first woman about different operations that she desires. Finally, there's a man who is talking. He mentions to you that he wants a viewing spot. And so you sit around the table. The rules are explained to you, and you prepare to play. Yeah, everybody roll initiative. Oh. Sorry. Oh, are you adjusting them? Okay, thank you. Okay. Now, each of you roll 4d6, and then choose 3 numbers to represent your divination. What you're trying to do is pick a number that's closest to the secret. Now, you don't know what the secret is. You're going to try to discover that as you play the game.
Man, my options are so vast.
Same.
Shut up, Strider.
I know, it's just funny. I'm sorry.
You have the most options out of all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. If I'm playing as Spruce, I want 3 evens.
Okay, so Strider goes with 13. Bruce goes with 15. Okay, Mooney goes with 10.
Perfect. We've got odds and evens. Good job, game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Lux goes with 8.
So we put our original roll in the greens.
In the green.
Original roll is the 3 numbers we choose, not
The 3,
Yes.
not the total, but the 3 numbers you choose. So,
Icky.
Oh, Lux.
a second while I do some calculations.
Yeah.
'cause it's meant to be. So wait, we all 4 rolled higher than all the others? That's
Well,
hilarious.
now the way this works, and the people in the middle, they're ordered according to their initiative, not
Their score.
their distance. Yeah, not their score. The only 2 people who are ordered by their score are the prime and the pursuit.
Mm.
So give me a second while I adjust everybody.
And the
We all
prime
way
is in
too
the
high.
red row.
Pursuit is in the lavender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, explain the green bubble to me again.
It's like your original number. So you chose
Yeah.
8, so that goes in there.
Okay.
Yeah, 8. Now, so Lux, I'm going to give you a 30 initiative, and I'm going to give this girl down here a 0, and then rearrange the initiative. And now you go there. You go
So
there.
I got a feeling we're all too high, and Lux got a good number.
Ah,
Well,
crap.
part of the problem, I think,
I'm
is
sorry.
that we know what Lux's number is.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Because
I meant to have you
we're not
whisper
supposed
all
to
that.
know.
Yeah, y'all are not supposed to know.
Oh no.
I messed it up. I'm sorry.
Can we just
It's
can we just
okay.
whisper it to each other as a group?
Do not get caught cheating.
Yeah.
Repick a random
Should we
number.
start all over?
Yeah, go to your character. Zia says, just don't metagame.
Okay.
Sure, why not? This is the first time through anyway. Just try not to remember what anyone's number was.
I'm gonna put the sheet over our numbers in the chat bar.
Here, hold on a second.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, thanks, guys. So,
F.
F. Yeah. Okay. So, and from here on out, anything that you say to me. So, for example, the questions that you ask the house will be whispered.
You all have
Okay.
fast whisper.
Okay.
Yeah. So, look down at the bottom left of your screen. You should see the fast whisper button.
It's there.
Yep. And you can click there and type your message directly to me.
Okay.
And I will answer you in whisper. So, at the top of the round, Lux goes first. She is the prime. She's the closest to the secret. Now, roll a d6, Lux. That will represent your mana for this turn.
Okay.
And make sure you're on whisper.
1d6.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Lux. You may use your available mana to increase or decrease the value of your own score by up to 3 points. You can move the value of another diviner's score up to 2 points further from the secret. You can obscure the board, which increases or decreases all diviners' score by 1 and does not change board position, or you can tarry. Now, the black marks on your board represent scrying squares. When you land on them, you are able to ask the house one of the questions listed above. What would you like to do with your mana this round? And remember, only one diviner can tarry per round. Okay. Record your new total in the red and move yourself the appropriate number of spaces to the right. You still have mana left. You do not have to spend all your mana if you don't want to. However, any mana left unspent at the end of the round is lost. Okay. You still have some mana left. Positive or negative? All right. Everybody decrease your value by 1. Record this in the red bubble. Do not move your token.
We put in the red square?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Oh, and I'm sorry. At the beginning of the round, you were required to bet 12 hours. The number on the left up at the top is the total number of players. The number on the right is the total number of hours bet. Each of you, should you lose, would now be responsible for standing outside the line for 12 hours. Your spot is being saved by a flag. You will be able to return to that spot whenever your hours are served.
Great.
So,
The back of the line.
well, people at the back have very little to lose, which make them kind of wild cannons in this game. Mooney, it's your turn. Roll a d6, make sure you're whispering, to see how much mana you have this turn. What would you like to do with your mana? All right. That's Mooney's turn. Strider, it's your turn. Roll a d6 to see how much mana you have. Make sure you're whispering. What would you like to do with your mana?
Did I whisper that? I didn't word it.
No, ma'am.
Dang it.
Remember that on the dice roller, you can click GM to make sure that it always rolls to me.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, I'll let you keep that one. What would you like to do with your mana? You can also just type /WGM. Okay.
Yeah, just figured it out.
All right. Positive or negative? Positive. By the maximum amount? Okay. All right, you still have some mana left. What would you like to do with the rest of it? Sure. Spend the number of points that you would like, and move your character that many spaces on the board, and record your new score in the red circle. One too far. There you go. And that's your turn.
She was like, I want that scrying.
Spruce, it is your turn. Roll a d6. Remember, you can click GM on the dice roller to roll it quickly to me. Spruce. It's not working. Look.
dice are stuck in the cup.
You don't know what to do.
Okay, all right. Take your over on the toolbar. Mouse over.
No, I'm doing that. Every time I try to roll, it keeps saying there's an error with the formula.
What?
Did you only click the GM bubble?
I'm clicking the GM bubble, but
Okay.
every time I do roll and then space and then 1d6, it tells me there was an error with your formula.
No.
Click the D6.
Hold on. Okay, once you've clicked the GM button and it's highlighted and it stays highlighted, just go down below and just click the D6.
Oh.
Well,
Wow,
except
I'm a dummy.
you unhighlighted GM, so it it rolled in public. So try one more time.
Okay, we're gonna have to end soon. I need.
Oh no.
Well, we'll go through the first round so that we all remember where we're at. And then we'll pick it up here now. I was wondering if I should even start the game, but since I'd already said, "Here you are," well, we'll at least play around. Okay, Spruce, what would you like to do with your mana? Remember that everybody is trying to reach the scrying squares. It's just as valid to try and reach one yourself as it is to prevent someone else from reaching it. Okay. Okay. That's Spruce's turn. The gambler goes next. And he... Let's see...
She cusses.
repositions the board to his liking. The operations seeker goes next. Moves herself closer to the scrying space. Pulls the gambler back to start. And ends her turn. The curious man goes next.
He's fabulous.
Ends his turn, and now the pursuit goes. Pursuit is rather unique in terms of what is available to them. Okay. She chooses, so going to be a Okay. At the end of the round, you hear a sort of thumping sound, and one of the squares at the bottom of the board turns and lights up a little bit, indicating the end of the first round. Now, since it's late, we'll pick up here next time.